Hi, guys.
Howdy, y'all.
That
That was
great.
weird.
Wait, that's the reverse. Howdy, y'all.
Hi, guys.
It's Ryan
And Angela.
from RNA Music.
That's right.
You're just supposed to wear a hoodie.
I know.
Your favorite mom and pop guitar shop and music lesson studio deep in the heart of Texas. That's where we're at right now. It's time for episode
400.
379 of ASKRNA. We're going to answer y'all's questions. Let's go.
Yay.
Welcome back to another episode of ASKRNA. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Angela.
And we own a little music store and music lesson studio in a small town in East Texas.
That's right.
And we're married to each other
Yes.
for 24 years.
Yes.
And we're going to answer questions. This is what we do. Everybody wants to know stuff.
And
we're going to
thanks.
tell you stuff.
And thanks.
If you're interested in some swaggity swag, there's a link down in the description of this video. You can go down there and get you a t-shirt or a cuppy cup or some socks or something. Support small business if you're so inclined. And now we're going to answer questions. First question of the day, pork chop SRV. Hashtag happy24. Christine and I appreciate your kindness regarding our visit in this video. My buddy Jackie Don Lowe, another great Irishman in the blues scene in Dallas, gave me the nickname Pork Chop.
Awesome.
All right. I said, do either of you guys have nicknames, and do your kids have nicknames? I think we talked about this.
Yes.
Somewhere in the past 379
Good Lord.
videos.
I think we're going to come across that a lot.
Probably
might as well
so.
just answer the question.
So, nickname?
Nickname. Yes. I have a nickname. Lala.
Lala.
Yes. So my nickname is Lala. You might even hear him say it every once in a while whenever we're talking just regularly in the videos. And you have a nickname, which is?
Rai Rai?
Rai Rai. That's right.
Current nicknames are Lala
and Rai Rai.
and Rai Rai. Why is it Lala?
It is Lala because I taught children, 3-year-olds, when we lived in, well, 3-year-old, they were the 3-year-olds class.
3-year-olds.
Yes, 3-year-olds in Tulsa, Oklahoma, where we were while I was going to Bible school. And one of the little girls couldn't say Miss Lolly, and they were like, her name is Angela Lolly. And she was like, Lala. And she would not say anything else. And we thought it was the cutest darn thing. And she was Puerto Rican. And so she had the accent and everything. It was just adorable. So my friend Tanya, which the little kids couldn't say Tanya, they said Tana.
Tana.
So Tana, when I say, I feel weird saying Tanya because we don't call her Tanya.
We call her Tana.
We call her Tana.
Or Tauntaun.
And so yes, so Tana came and she was like, oh, that's so perfect. You're Lala. And she was like, oh, and Ryan could be Rai Rai. And so she named us after one of the little kids couldn't say my name. And so Ryan had then, from thenceforth, for the last 15 years, been Rai Rai whenever she was like, hey, Rai Rai and Lala. And so my nieces took that on. Even Ryan's side, his family, like everybody called me Lala, and then not everybody calls you Rai Rai. No, only a couple of kiddos, kids. The littlest, youngest ones, they say Uncle Rai Rai. So he's Uncle Rai Rai to the littlest on my side of the family. I don't think Micah calls you that, but yeah,
Uncle Ryan.
Yes, and so yeah, Lala and Rai Rai. And our boys have had many nicknames over the years.
Many nicknames.
Nicholas was Tudor McFruiter for the longest time. We just called him, hey, Tudor McFruiter, come here. Tudor McFruiter. He was our little Tudor Tudor McFruiter.
And Nucleus.
And that he took that on as like even like names that he would play in games and stuff. Yeah. He would do
Nuclear Rylaw.
Nuclear Rylaw. And then Aiden was our Adelbear and Bear and
Adelbears,
Bear, and of course now we call him like by his middle name Zach or
Zach.
And so
right now it's Din Din.
Yes, and then we have a great nephew who's 5 right now. When he was 2 and 3 years old, he couldn't say Aiden; he would just say Din Din. And we thought that was adorable. And he couldn't say Nicholas, so he said, kick it.
Kick it.
So
Nicholas,
kick it.
Nicholas.
Yes.
Kick it.
Kick it. and which was adorable. And like he would say Paw Patrol instead of Paw Patrol, he'd say Paka Paka.
Paka.
Paka Paka.
Paka.
Paka. And so Nicholas's nickname is Kick It, and Nicholas loves it.
Kick It.
And Aiden is Din Din, and we love that. He is like Din Din, and we're Rai Rai and Lala. So
yeah.
we all have like names, very quick.
Very easy
chop,
for
chop.
small children to say.
Yes. So yes.
Only other nickname, I have one from college
Mm-hmm.
that still pops up every now and then.
And I had one from high school. That pops up.
Occasionally. So my nickname in college was Animal.
Yep.
Because it was a drumline thing. So on the drumline in college, we all had nicknames for the most part. We all had nicknames, and there's a lot of my friends from way back in college who are like, they hear Ryan, they're like, who's Ryan?
Who's Ryan?
It doesn't make sense to them because like it was literally they called me Animal. Teachers called me Animal.
Mm-hmm.
So I even have somebody's like, hey Animal, what's up? Or Maul. I'll be like Maul, like shortened Animal. It's too hard to say.
Mm-hmm.
Every now and then they'll message me, hey Animal, what's up?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like that's weird. That's weird. That was for a period of time, like that was as an adult. So people call you that.
Yeah.
As a young adult, you know, like 20 years old, you know, whatever. But what was yours in high school?
In high school, from freshman year till like my freshman year from high school until my freshman year in college, my nickname was Grover. Because I have extremely long arms and I weighed like 100 pounds soaking wet, and I just look like, you know,
a Grover. A Muppet.
A Muppet, yeah. Grover in particular. And Grover was my favorite Muppet growing up, like always. I love Grover to this day. And even though I have nothing Grover, which is weird, I should start wearing Grover stuff.
I don't collect animal stuff.
I know, it's so weird. It was so much a part of our lives, but we have no like anything. Like you have one little
Christmas ornament is animal on a drum
yes,
set.
and that's it. But when we met each other, it was so funny. I was like, you know what's so funny? I even have it on my letter jacket. I have my name, and then it says in parentheses, in asterisks or quotes, Grover on like etched into my.
What's funny is, what were you going to say? Go ahead.
It was funny is when we met, it was like, it's so crazy that your nickname is Animal. And I thought it was weird calling him Ryan. And I said, my nickname in high school is also a Muppet.
Because before we actually met, you didn't know what my name was.
Right.
My real name.
What his real name was. But I thought that's so crazy that his name is Animal and my name is Grover. I just don't know. That was just the weirdest connection that we had without even knowing each other.
Right.
You know. That yeah, and he met the girl who was my captain in drill team before we even knew each other. She met him, and she was the one who named me Grover. They became friends, and he was like, yeah, I know Misty, and yeah, so Misty row her boat.
Nicknames.
Yeah. How we know people. Yeah.
Do we have I'm trying to think if we have nicknames for anybody else. Do we have a nickname for Paul? Paulie Walnuts. I like that one. Yeah. I didn't give him that name. Ike from Flipside Music in Denver, Colorado.
Yeah.
Paul.
I don't call
Paulie Walnuts.
I call Paul by his first and middle name. That's what I call him.
Oh, that's right. You do. Mm-hmm. We're not allowed to. You're not allowed to say Paul's middle name.
That is our thing. That's our thing.
You can't. Yeah,
I can't say it. It's not for anybody else.
You cannot say Paul's middle name. It is off limits.
Yes.
Unless you're Angela. And then she says it. Because she has a death wish.
He's not scared.
She's not scared.
I'm not scared.
I have one for Paul, actually.
Yeah.
Not really. All right. There you go. Nicknames. Do you guys and girls have nicknames out there? So Pork Chop SRV. Pork Chop is an actual nickname he goes by. Mm-hmm. And SRV is a guitar player he likes.
That's right.
Very good. Long story long. Nicknames for us.
That's okay.
Tell us y'all's nicknames down below. We'd love to see that. Mm-hmm. All right, next question. Mm-hmm. Just Fun Guitar. You know, because it's funny, you have nicknames. Everybody has screen names now, like on YouTube and stuff. It's like you give yourself a nickname, I guess.
On AOL, my sign-in name was Grover.
Yeah. You know, mine, I never used Animal for...
You never did?
I never did as a sign-in name.
Well, I was still Grover at the time when AOL became a thing, so...
I think I used my middle name a lot for most of my things.
I think that was my AOL sign-in like email.
Next question. Just Fun Guitar. #Happy24. New question. If if you had to both be Star Wars characters, who would you be?
Who would you be, Ryan?
Jack Black's character from last night's episode of...
No, you would not.
I know. I would not. Had to be Star Wars characters. I mean, do we have to be like an actual character from a movie? Like, I would be Darth Vader kind of character, or like, could it be just something?
Just be like a what everybody would know character. Or a race of people, maybe.
You know, I've always thought, well, I'd be a Jedi, of course, because they're the best. But I'm really enjoying the Mandalorian episode. I was just telling one of our students' parents, we were talking about nerd stuff, Star Trek and Star Wars, and how like Star Wars has really disappointed me for the longest time now.
This last one did it in for me. I'm done.
But I have been really enjoying the Mandalorian series on
until
Disney
this
Plus.
last episode.
Well,
and I'm done.
you know, you're not the only one. It was quite divisive. Online, people are like, "What was that?"
Yes.
Well, that was an unnecessary amount of superstar cameos. Like that was. Some people are like, "I liked it. It was great."
No, it had nothing to do with that.
Oh. Yeah. So, but I'm just saying, it's divisive.
Yes.
I don't know. I'd be either a Jedi or a Mandalorian.
Okay. Yeah.
Either one of those.
Me too. I'd be Ahsoka.
I can see that. That makes sense. They ruined everybody else that I would want to be, so I don't know. Boba Fett. All right. If you guys and girls could be a character in Star Wars, who would you be? I'll sound low. Next question. Jeffrey Egan, hashtag happy24. Hope you had a wonderful anniversary.
Thanks.
We just had our 24th year anniversary.
That's right.
Ryan or Angela, do you have or play a nylon string guitar? I keep thinking about getting one, like I need another guitar. You do. If nothing else, they definitely harden your fingertips. Hashtag KTMA. Hey. We do not currently own a nylon string guitar.
Nope.
I have played.
I think we did.
I don't think we ever owned one.
We didn't?
No.
Okay.
The store had one. Like we had,
oh, yeah.
You know, I've ordered some for the store before, but I've never actually personally owned one. I would like one. I like the sound of them. Yeah. I've played enough of them. I've played a fair few nylon string guitars. Yeah. I don't know about hardening your fingertips. I think they're easier to play. Like, because it's nylon strings versus metal strings. So they're way easier on your fingertips. Like, you know, it's much easier to play them as far as from a callus standpoint. Now, the problem is the necks are a little bit wider. Because like a classical guitar, the strings are further apart. The spacing, string spacing is wider. The neck is wider because they're meant to be played, you know, finger style. So you need more space to get all the fingers in there. Right. So the necks tend to be a little bit wider, but I think they're pretty easy to play. I do like the sound of one. And I have played them before, but we don't own one. Yeah. Guess I should buy one.
Probably.
Maybe. Yeah. Thank you for the question, Jeffrey. Next question, Matt Hodges. Happy anniversary to you both. So next one, I think, shoot, I should know this. I was married 31 years, LOL, is the silver anniversary. Anything special planned for that one, Ryan? Hashtag happy24. And so many more. Thanks for the video. I don't know. Like, I don't have anything currently planned.
What, for the next one?
For our 25th anniversary?
For our 25th, yes.
I think Angela has some plans.
Yes, I have plans.
What are they?
I'm not going to tell you.
Is it secret? Secret plans?
Yep.
We do have a game called Secret Plans that we play. I don't know what it is. But yeah, apparently we're doing something. Something special. We just try to make it to the end of every day. Right. That's my goal every single day, is to get to the end of the day. Like, get to like bed tonight. Right. That's my goal, to like
every time
make it through the day. I'm not super like planning out the next 5 years of my life or the
not
next,
really.
You know. Well, I think if anything, the last couple of years have showed us planning things out. You never know what's going to happen.
Exactly how you want.
Yeah. So
not always.
Yeah, I'm not really thought much about it. I'm just happy to be married to you.
I know. You should be.
I am. What was I saw a video that day.
Very happy.
It was like a skit on TikTok or something talking about marriage and stuff. And the couple was like talking. It was the same guy being the characters. And he was like, they're planning the wedding. He's like, well, first of all, that doesn't really matter. They're like, I wouldn't worry too much about your wedding because, you know, 60% of weddings and divorce. So why are you getting wrapped up in your wedding and the dress and the money and the stuff? He's like, you ought to really just be thinking about how to make your marriage work. And they were like, what?
Yeah.
What? He's like,
yes.
Why are you even making a big deal about this ceremony? That's really
like
has the least amount of anything to do with
You're not going to
remember
remember 90% of that.
So I was like, he's right.
And everybody that was invited is going to forget too.
You're dropping 50 grand on your wedding. You got to think about what it takes to stay together. All right.
Truth.
Anyways, thank you for the question, Matt. Next. Oh, it's not a question. I thought it was a question, but it's comment of the day.
Comment of the day. Comment of the day, yeah. You make the comment of the day. Comment of the day.
Comment of the daytime. All right. This is the part of the video where we write a song impromptu on the spot. Unprepared. So we're going to write a song. I'm going to make something up on the guitar that I haven't thought about already. Which is true. And Angela's going to sing the lyrics that you guys wrote.
Okay. Here we go.
Although I just played an A chord, so apparently we're doing A's today. That's
okay. Here we go. Excuse me. I'm burping and yawning so much. That's not a part of it. I'm trying to think of something that doesn't sound like everything I did. That philosopher. What did you guys feed your boys to make them grow so big? Was it spinach? Question mark. That's it. What did you guys feed your boys to make them grow so big? Spinach?
Talk about it. If you don't know, well, if you're watching this, you're a regular. So you guys and girls know. But anyways, so I'm like 6'2". Angela's
5'8".
5'8". So like, reasonably sized Texas people.
Normal.
6'2" is not short for a man. 5'8" is not short for a lady.
No.
How tall are our kids?
Nicholas, our oldest, is practically 6'8". We say 6'8" because it's 6'7".
6'7" and 3/4.
Yes, yes. Right. And then Aiden is
Din.
Yes, 6'6", because he's the same. He's 6'5" and like 3/4.
3/4.
Yes. So
yeah,
and we haven't really measured him since he's turned 18. So
he just turned 18.
He just turned 18 just a couple weeks ago. So those are our giant children, 6'8" and 6'6".
Yeah, so you see pictures online or people see us like together with the boys. Like we're standing next to our children, our boys. It's like, oh, y'all are little. Like we're actually not little.
Right.
They're just extremely large.
Yes.
Giants.
Yes.
So what do we feed them?
Everything that's not nailed down.
Right. All of it.
Anything that has seasoning.
Everything.
Everything. They eat everything.
They really do.
Now, Nicholas, from the get-go, he was never a picky eater. He would try anything. He would look at plates. He'd want what you'd have. He started eating table food at barely a year old. He just wanted
He was
real
born with
food.
teeth.
Yes, he had 4 teeth at 4 months old. So he needed more sustenance because he was developing so fast. Now, Aiden was a little bit slower and he was pickier until he was about 5 or 6 years old. And he would ask questions like, is it good? And he'd watch you eat it to make sure you didn't die. And then he would try it. But after he was about 5 or 6 years old, he was really like, okay, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. There are certain things that he doesn't care for, like he doesn't like mayonnaise. He doesn't like certain types of vegetables with the consistency or the smell or the sound.
Texture.
Yeah. And I was that way growing up. So, but for the most part, like he loves sushi, he loves salad. If he makes a salad, a sandwich, he wants it layered with a bunch of vegetables and all kinds of stuff. And so they're not picky, but they will eat everything, like 10 meals a day, grown man meals.
Yeah.
And they just are always hungry.
Yeah.
Nicholas is starting to slow down, but his diet now is so bad
Yeah.
That he doesn't know how to now switch off what he did in his teens and early 20s.
He's
still in his early 20s.
He used to eat pretty healthy.
Yeah. And now he's like carbing it up.
Now he's more junky.
And so
like
now
me.
Aiden is switching where he just, he'll eat ramen because, the kids these days just love ramen. It's like a thing now. But he'll add like all these green onions, and he will add all the stuff that he likes to see from videos that he watches. He watches a lot of cooking videos. Now he wants to start making his own sushi. Because he's like, I think I got this, So they're funny, but they love to eat anything, and yes, they will eat spinach.
Yeah, they do
in any form that it comes in, cooked or not, raw, cooked, doesn't matter.
I eat spinach now sometimes.
Yes, you do. I'm proud of you.
I am extremely picky.
I am not.
Extremely picky. So I'm glad that the boys have taken more after you on their dietary needs.
Yeah.
Because I am just extremely picky.
I'm just like,
and weird. And I hate vegetables. I have started in the last several years eating spinach because it's good for you and whatever. Anyways, all right. That was comment of the day. Now we actually have a question. Next question from Fat Philosopher, which is the real question. It says, Happy 24. Thoughts on Schecter's body count, signature basses, and guitars? Will RNA carry any? You know what body count is, right?
Yeah.
Ice-T's, rock band or metal band or whatever.
Sure.
I have no thoughts on those. I've seen little blurbs on Facebook or Instagram or something. I'll see Schecter's post. They talk about it. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, great body count. Whatever.
Right.
I couldn't even describe what they look like to you.
And tell us
what the finish is or anything. So I'm like, I don't care for body count. Like I
don't care for body count.
Care for body count. I'm like, it's not, not something I even remotely care about. I remember when their first record came out and all the hoopla and the drama and stuff, but like
I don't know.
Probably not. No.
My ear was not to the ground on that day. I have
no
idea what you're talking about.
Probably not gonna carry any. Schecter has a lot of different models. That's one thing. They have a lot of different stuff, and we've always carried basically the more affordable things. Like if I put in a Schecter order, it's generally like the what's it called? Not the CR6. I forget what it's called. Like this stuff, like sub $500. Like the sweet spot for us locally in our local area is for sure the under 500 and under is the I don't know, something popped up on the screen. I was like, what was that?
It looked like a
battery thing.
Yeah.
I was like, what's going on? So the stuff that I know is probably going to sell is typically to like younger players, beginning players. That's generally what we try to keep in stock here. So I can't see ordering one of those to have in the store.
Right.
So. There you go. Thank you, Fat Philosopher. Next question. Do Mac. What's y'all's opinion on Glenn Fricker's argument that pickups don't matter with high gain? Happy anniversary. Hashtag happy 24. Okay. I see this pop up the other day. I actually watched Glenn's video on this, and he talked about, everybody's talking about, I want EMGs, I want this pickup or that pickup, and he's like, it doesn't matter. He's real obnoxious. And made a video where they, play like the same thing over and over with different pickups, and it was like, see, it sounds the same. If you have enough distortion on it, it's like basically the same. And I'm like, I don't know. I heard a difference. I was like, oh, this is a difference. And then of course they played them, without the distortion, just like the unaltered sound, like a direct sound where it's just it was extremely obvious the differences in the pickups with not a lot of distortion on there.
Right.
But even with all the distortion, I was like, yeah, there's a difference. I mean, I could hear a difference. Maybe Glenn's ears aren't as good as they used to be. I don't know.
Don't say that.
Well, I don't know. I heard a difference. So, was it a subtle difference? Like, yeah, it's not a glaringly obvious difference with a lot of gain. But it probably depends on like what you consider high gain. Like, I have a fair few guitars. A lot of them have EMGs. A lot of them have passive pickups. I got all of my PRS guitars. These are my PRSs. They all have PRS pickups. And I've got Gibson with Gibson pickups. I've got EMGs. And I've got, different ones, and I pretty much playing the same amp every day. And when I switch guitars, whether we're playing crunch or clean, it's like I can hear a difference. I can feel a difference, and there's a response. There's a difference. So I think there's a difference. I think the more controversial an opinion you have, the more views it gets. Yeah. So I was listening to a video I think that's with everything. Last night talking about. I was like, what do you think? What do you think he's going to get more views on? A video that says, you know,
ba-ba-da-ba-da or
right.
ba-ba-da-ba-da.
So I think they do matter. And they absolutely do matter. That's my opinion.
Okay, there you go.
That's what I think.
All right.
Next question. Brian Strasser. It would be cool to visit PRS, then Cortec on the other side of the world. Is there any guitar from a defunct manufacturer that you would love to have? Have you ever met somebody or of some notoriety and wish you hadn't? Nefarious is a movie coming out on April 14th. Hashtag happy 24. Okay, 2 questions. Is there a guitar from a defunct manufacturer I would love to have? So somebody who's not really making guitars anymore. That's a good question. I can't think of a lot of defunct guitar manufacturers who are like currently like they were a thing and now they're not a thing. Other than maybe Parker. Parker guitars. They had the Parker Fly, which is a super lightweight guitar. Fretboard was made from a not wood, phenolic, I think was what the fret. It was like a material, like a man-made material that was super hard, like ebony but fake, but man-made. Yeah, and ebony. But the Parker guitars, I didn't think that they're a really interesting look to them, but I didn't think they were hideous. I thought they were kind of unique looking, and the fact that they're crazy light. So if you have like shoulder issues or spine issues or back issues or something, you wanted a really light guitar. Those were kind of like, that was one of the things they're really known for. So I'm like, oh, that would be kind of cool. And Parker was distributed and owned by US Music at one point. So they were kind of into Washburn guitars, like a sister company to Washburn guitars. So Parker's the only one I could think of that would be kind of neat. Other than that, I can't even think of any companies that are like, well, they were a thing and now they're gone, but I wish I still had one of their guitars. So there you go. There you go. Have you ever met someone of some notoriety and wish you hadn't? You ever met somebody famous or semi-famous or something and wish you hadn't?
I didn't meet somebody, but I got to know them kind of, and now I wish I hadn't.
Who is it? Are we supposed to name names? Are we supposed to tell people?
I'm not going to say anything.
What is it? Tell me.
I'm not going to say it in your ears.
Why not?
Because it's just silly.
See, I want to know.
I'll tell you later.
I have to know right now. We'll pause it.
Are you going to pause it?
Yeah, if you whisper it in my ear, they're not going to see it anyways. They won't hear it.
As clumsy as he is stupid.
Huh?
Strongest Avenger.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. See, I'm going to say no. Not really. I mean, I'm glad I've met people and I found out what they were really like.
Okay, I can see that.
So you mean? It's like I'd rather have the experience of meeting somebody and then maybe later on being like, oh.
A better question would be like, have you ever met somebody of no...
Sorry, camera stop. What were you saying?
It's like, it's more like, have you ever met anybody of notoriety that you wanted to meet, but then when you met them,
you were disappointed?
Yeah.
That would be a better question, but that's not the question.
Yeah.
So I think it's, you know, they say one of the cliche terms is like never meet your heroes. You know what I mean? Because then you're like, you'll be disappointed or whatever. And I'm like, I don't necessarily agree with that.
No,
I'm like, wouldn't you rather know?
Yeah, because I met Emmett Smith, Dallas Cowboy, and he was amazing. He was awesome. And so to see him in person be just as kind as you saw him in interviews on TV as a kid, and he like came to us and talked to us, even though we were like out in the back 40 of the stadium. We're all laying on the ground, and he drove by with his entourage, stopped the car, got out of the car, and started talking to us and thanking us for being there. And like his bodyguards were over there. I mean, he stopped for pictures and
freaking Emmett Smith,
you know. And I was just like, wow. And I remember going home and being like, he was just the sweetest. He was so sweet, you know. And my dad was just so happy because my dad was a huge fan. So it was nice to see somebody, you know, because not everybody, you know, don't meet your heroes because they'll disappoint you. But there are some people who have allowed their notoriety to go to their head so far that they think that they're just hot snot, and they're not. They're just warm poop.
I've met some famous musicians and stuff, and have been lucky enough to be like backstage and like friends in the industry. And like I met Chris Broderick when he was playing for Megadeth, the lead guitar player. Like his roadie is somebody I know, and he brought him out to meet me. He brought Dave Ellefson out, you know, the bass player for Megadeth, to like come out and like. I talked to Chris and I talked to Dave, and they're both like super nice. I was like, "You guys are great."
Like,
I'm like, "All right." And then Chris Broderick is like so good. He's in another band now, but he was like phenomenally amazing guitar player. If you know, he could have been a jerk. He'd be like, "Oh well, you know, it's amazing." So it's like you're going to be arrogant. You know, you can back it up. At least he's like, "Well, he is amazing."
You got the receipts,
right? So, but he wasn't. He was super cool. And now, like, I freaking love Chris Broderick because he was a really nice guy. Met Jeff Loomis. Jeff's like the king of the universe shred guitar. Like, there's nobody better than Jeff Loomis. And I met him, and he was super cool. Like, very like not full of himself and not arrogant.
Who is someone that you wish you hadn't?
Nobody. Like I was saying, because I'm glad. I have met people and like, this didn't turn out the way I expected. And I'm like, well, I'm glad, but I'm glad.
Yeah. Like,
I'm glad I met them, and I'm glad I found out what was
I'm not with that guy.
Huh?
I'm not with that. I'm not with that guy. I could have lived without that.
Well, yeah. Sure.
Could have gone all day.
Yeah.
With the false sense.
But he's not that famous.
Right. But still, I mean, in the audience that we're doing.
Right. Yeah. At NAMM, I've met some people. I met freaking Glenn Frigger. Like, talked to him. And I'm like, hey, it was really nice in person. He was not so abrasive and obnoxious and the whole thing, or he's like yelling and screaming and you know,
he's not the show.
He was way more toned down in person than he is in those videos. And like, I disagree with things that Glenn says, and his approach isn't always my cup of tea, but I met him and he was nice. I'm like, he's a nice guy.
I know the algorithm's going to pick this up. But there is this whole thing now on TikTok where there are people who worked in the hotel business and the restaurant business in like LA, and they're coming out, telling people the best and worst celebrities that they've ever served.
Yeah.
Woo! It's some tea, y'all. Some people you're like, okay, good.
Of course, Keanu Reeves is amazing.
And they're like people are saying like Tom Cruise is a complete jerk.
I believe it.
Like a complete jerk. They're like, he doesn't want to talk to people. He doesn't even want you to come up to him.
Tom Cruise is a big fan of Tom Cruise. He really likes himself some Tom Cruise.
But there's other people that you're just like, okay, they're just very down home, and you know, like they're saying like Mark Wahlberg is just like the most friendly, you know, sweet guy
of the Wahlbergs.
Out of I think Donnie would be too. I think Donnie would be too. Yeah. Donnie seems like he's very down to earth because he started so young, and I think he's very appreciative of his journey in life, as rough as it's been. You know, I think all the Wahlbergs have had some rough goes, but yeah, like guys like that, they're like, you'd be surprised he's just the sweetest, nicest, and it's just interesting. Anyways,
yeah.
Last question.
Yeah, okay, and that was it. Have a question for you, the audience. Have y'all ever met somebody of some notoriety or fame and wish you had not? You don't have to name names, but you can if you want to. I don't care. You can say what you want. So, there you go. All right, now final question. Slipped in under the wire. I had already printed all these questions yesterday in preparation for today's video shoot. And then this morning, Jeremy, the surfing alien, popped in an extra question, and I had to go print it by itself and add it to the bottom. I was like, all right, I gotta put this in here.
Gotta make this right.
Gotta put this in here. So this morning, last minute question. Jeremy, the surfing alien, what amps do the Devilcat amps compare to? How soon can you get one after ordering? Great question. Sorry, I had some Dr. Pepper Zero.
I know, it was that Coke too.
I was texting Chris Mitchell this morning. I was like, we're at the house, and you're like, who are you talking to? I'm like, Chris Mitchell?
I was like, Chris
Why
Mitchell?
are you talking to Chris Mitchell for? I'm like,
I'm having a conversation with you.
I'm asking a question, right? So I texted Chris to find out some stuff. So now I do know. I told him, I was like, what's up? What's up? You need to order one? I was like, well, I got a question for the ASKRNA. So, and I told him what the questions were. The first question was, how would you compare them? And I told Chris, I was like, what I was going to say, Chris, was it's like Fender and Mesa Boogie got together and had a baby in Georgia. Rendezvous, and then there was a
Devil went down
to Georgia. And he was like, that's a pretty good comparison. He was like, yeah, okay, good. But literally, that's what I think. It's like, it's very, the Mr. Jimmy, the Jimmy, and the Jimmy Jr. I personally have a Jimmy Jr. and a Jimmy amp, which is the ones I like. Now they have a Class A amp, and they got some stuff. But what I would compare it to is really, it's on the crunchy, gainy stuff, it's kind of Mesa-ish, and the clean stuff is kind of Fender-y. So it's not Marshall. It's not Marshall. They're not Marshall amps. They're not in that vein of where there's a lot of companies like, well, crap, what's their names? I forgot. They're the big hype boutique amp company right now.
Boss
Gosh,
man, Fritz, not
anyways, they're basically like, I don't want to say knockoff Marshalls, but they do Marshall better than Marshall does Marshall right now.
Oh, poor Marshall.
Poor Marshall, who just got sold. Marshall amps just got sold to another company in Sweden. I think it's Sweden. So Marshall amps aren't UK owned anymore. They're Swedish owned amplifiers. Anyways. Crap. It's going to bug me. And when the video's over, I'll remember. But, you know, those I keep wanting to say Eggnator, but not Eggnator. Eggnator's out of business now, too. So, anyways. Devilcat, if you like Fender or you like Mesa Boogie, it's that kind of flavor that I think you would like them. Made in America. Not cheap, but I think they're one of the more affordable boutique amps.
Okay.
And as far as how long it takes, I asked Chris this morning, because I know like right now, if you want to order a CMG guitar, it's like 9 months. That's like having a baby. Like literally having a baby if you want to order a CMG guitar. That's how long it takes them to make one of those, just because of how many they have in the pipeline being delivered. The amps, it's about 2 weeks. So he said if I ordered one today, it'd be roughly 2 weeks it would be ready. I'm like, oh, okay, great. They said they're just finishing up an order for a big store somewhere, like a pretty big order for a store. Yeah. He's like, yeah, but we could get you in. It's about 2 weeks. So roughly, currently, as of right now, April 6th, 2023, if you order a Devilcat amp, it's about roughly 2 weeks to get one. So there you go. Jeremy the Surfing Alien. So final question, that was it. Awesome. If you guys have a question for next week, please type it down below in the comment section of this video. All right, and it's time for the fun part of the video, the part everybody's been waiting for. If you watch this entire video from beginning to end, all like 47,000 minutes of it, you are super awesome and have unlocked a legendary status as a legendary RNA Music family member, friend, follower, viewer, whatever. Anyway, hashtag, secret hashtag today is hashtag jerk. Is that good?
Sure.
You jerk. Hashtag you jerk.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Jerk.
I was thinking about, you know, people you wish you hadn't met.
Oh.
Met.
Oh, okay.
Or what?
I was
Did you
wondering
have
where
one?
I was wondering where that train of thought went.
Did you have a good one?
I mean, I don't know. I was thinking like Devilcat.
Oh, hashtag Devilcat. That's they're not jerks. I like Devilcat. Hashtag ya jerk.
Ya jerk.
Or
ya jerk.
bonus points if you're super awesome. Hashtag Devilcat. A little bit of both. A little bit of both those. I'm glad I met Chris Mitchell. So Chris isn't in that category.
Yes.
I mean, he's no Jeff Loomis, but you know.
Oh my gosh. Okay, don't dig a hole.
Don't dig him.
Yes.
Hashtag Devilcat. And we'll know, and everyone else who's actually super cool will know that you watched the whole video. Helps with the runtime. If you enjoy what we do, again, if you want to support us, you can get a t-shirt, some swaggy swag, link down in the description. That's a great way to support the channel and our small family business if you would like to.
If you would.
Thumbs up, like, share. If you know somebody who you think would enjoy our videos, please share this with them. We're trying to grow. Trying to go, I guess.
Thank you for being there.
Thank you for being there.
Thank you for loving me.
I promise, one of these days I'm gonna make more videos.
Okay.
I'm going to, for sure. This
We
is
need
the
to
year.
Bring back the vlog.
Would you guys like to see vlogs again? We went
Yes.
through a whole season where we had vlogs,
Yes.
RNA music vlogs, and then I thought, well, maybe I'm clogging up the channel with vlogs.
Nope.
And I moved the vlogs over to an actual vlog channel.
Yep.
Because I didn't feel like we had enough actual music
content.
lesson content stuff. So, you guys, would you like to see vlogs? The return of the vlogs?
Mm-hmm.
Let us know down below in the comment section. Tell us if you want to see some RNA music vlogs. We always did it on Saturday. Saturday vlog.
Yeah.
I guess we could do them throughout the week.
We could.
And that would be easier than doing it all one day.
Yeah, because we don't do a lot of stuff in one day, but we do a lot of stuff
throughout the week. Yeah. If you want to see vlogs, let us know. I'll be happy to bring them back. Trying to do some more lesson content, music content stuff. But tell us down below. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, keep the music alive.
Don't forget it.
The music needs you.
And you need the music.
And we need to keep it alive for the next generation.
That's right.
So excited.
Propping my feet up.
You jerk.
Heading my way down.